our way. Angel of faithfulness, hold our hearts steady. Let no resignation our spirit betray. Angel of faithfulness, bless us.
Good morning. One of the key elements of our work at the Council of the Society was an agreement on the part of everybody that both the General Administration and the major superiors, and indeed the major superiors among themselves, would assume more collegial responsibility for the Society of Mary worldwide. Now, what does this mean? It means that we would be much more sensitive to what is going on in the various other provinces and districts of the Society, what decisions are being made, and how these decisions are affecting us in our own particular units, and how the decisions we make would affect them. So it's about shared cooperation, shared responsibility for the wider society, being in a situation where we are, that our resources are diminishing both in terms of finance and in terms of personnel available for doing further mission projects. Our constitutions indeed use phrases like a network of interchange and solidarity. Another phrase it uses are a society capable of fulfilling its universal mission to the extent it functions as a coordinated whole in a spirit of co-responsibility. And then that the governance of the society should be through structures of consultation and participation at the local, provincial and general levels. So in a sense, collegiality does not weaken or alter the individual authority of each, for example, provincial superior, district superior, or indeed the superior general. What it does is that everybody exercises his authority in collaboration with and conscious of the other responsibilities that are there and demands in terms of leadership within the society itself. I think what's more important now is that we are diminishing as a society. We are fewer numbers, but we also are very clear what our mission is in the society of the world today. We know what we want to do and how we want to do it. The important thing is that we have the resources available, not just from within our own units or in our own district or province, but perhaps through the use of people from other provinces. We may be able to continue on ministries longer into the future than we would be were we to go it alone and not seek help from outside. That together we actually can do more than by working individually and in isolated groups.
Calls us this grace we now pray.
I think ARC is critically important. The annual review consultation meeting of major superiors and the general administration meets in Rome once a year. It is to this body that these projects are presented. It is to this body that the value of pursuing a certain project is evaluated. And also it is in this body that commitments are made in terms of finance and human resources, so that a project, if it is approved, can go ahead with the support of the whole society.
Mary, pray with us these days as we ponder.
Collegiality should lead to greater clarity of purpose at the worldwide level of the society. And this greater clarity of purpose should also lead to solidarity. And what do I mean by solidarity? For example, at the present time, there is great solidarity within the society with regard to initial formation. We have an international theologate in Rome. We have an international English-speaking novitiate in Eden near Davao in the Philippines. We also have a very effective theologate in Oceania. I think also there must be solidarity at the financial level, solidarity in terms of the availability of necessary human resources in the various different units. And this may involve sacrifices on the part of one or indeed several provinces, as is the case with regard to finances at the present time. But I would think that the clarity of purpose that we're looking for within the society will lead all individual provinces and districts to ask the question, is this the greatest need at the given time? If they're thinking of developing a new project or investing more money in an existing project, is this the best use of resources at the given time, at the present time, in view of the needs that are elsewhere within the society? And I think decisions will need to be made not to go ahead with some of these projects for the sake of another project developing and continuing. But this is something that has to be a decision that comes from all of the major superiors working together with the general administration, trying to discern what is the greatest need at a given time and to answer that need given the scarcity of resources that we currently have. The whole question, it's about shared responsibility, it's about cooperation, it's about good communication between leaders, informing each other what we are doing and what we are thinking of doing and why we are doing it, and indeed inviting comment on on the suggestions we make.
Let us free our hearts gently and gladly to travel wherever word calls us. This grace we now pray.